Oh, well, check out this new background, huh? I didn't clean it. Maybe I will when I start caring about what you guys think.
When the sun rises, I wake up and chase my dreams.
Hey guys, what's going on? Junio here with another album review. I'm going to be reviewing the Southpaw Soundtrack, as requested by Brian Pater and the Retro Guy 45. Thank you for the suggestion, guys. So how does the review work? You don't need to know how a review works because it's self-explanatory. I'm going to talk about what's good, I'm going to talk about what's bad, I'm going to talk about what I think about it. Then we'll move on from there, I guess. Alright, so the good stuff. So right out of the gate, I'm just going to say that the album is a pretty good album. It's a decent hip-hop record, and I enjoyed listening to it when I was listening to it. So that's always like a positive sign, right? I didn't hate it, so I liked the album. Cool. Review's done. Make sure to like and comment and subscribe. Just the jokes. No, so what I've got to say about the album is that one of the things that makes it interesting is the variety of artists that it features on the record. So of course you've got Eminem on there. You've got Bad Meets Evil, which is Eminem and Royce da 5'9". You've got Slaughterhouse. Oh, you've got 50 Cent too. All of those were expected since the record was produced by Eminem. But included with those guys, we also have people like Logic, Tech-9, we have Action Bronson, which is pretty cool. It makes for a good variety of sound on the record. And it also, since none of these guys are really your typical pop, rap, hip-hop artists, it makes for a nice, interesting, unique, non-pop, hip-hop, rap record. I enjoyed that aspect of it. Also, it's got Biggie Smalls on it, so that's really cool. And a kind of surprise hit for me was the song by The Weeknd, who I've never really listened to before, but was a nice kind of change of pace, and I'm definitely going to check him out more. So with 14 songs on the record and a bunch of them being by different people, there are going to be some standouts. Not every song is a standout, but there are definitely some good tracks on the record. First off, I'm just going to say that the song Beast, which was featuring Tech-9 and a bunch of other people, was really awesome. It's one of my favorite songs on the album. It's got explosive instrumentals and vocal delivery. It's probably the most unique song on the record. It doesn't sound like any of the other songs. Maybe it doesn't have a deep message, but man, is it fun to listen to. And of course, we've got to talk about Kings Never Die. In my opinion, this is the best song that Eminem's released since the Marshall Mathers LP too. There's not really much I can say about it. What I've said about the vocal delivery and stuff, I've already said in my phenomenal review, because they're kind of similar, but I think Kings Never Die is a lot better. It's got a more complex song structure and a lot more variety, I think. And I think the wordplay and everything is just out of this world. So it's really cool. The Retro Guy 45, the guy who suggested I review the entire album, said that he thinks that Kings Never Die is Eminem's 2015 equivalent of Lose Yourself. Maybe. I mean, I can kind of see how you'd think that. I mean, it's a good song. You can really tell that Eminem's kind of pouring his heart into this one. But I just can't objectively say whether or not it's a better song than Lose Yourself. I'd have to say no. Lose Yourself is just one of those all-time great rap songs. It's going to be hard for anybody, even Eminem, to kind of surpass a song like that. And I just don't think that Kings Never Die is going to have the same cultural impact that Lose Yourself has. But that's probably also because of the vocal delivery and how erratic it is. I still think that the song is incredible, and I've been listening to it a lot lately. So, I'm not taking anything away from the song. Of all of the songs that Eminem's released in the past few years, this one is the closest to being another Eminem classic, is what I think. And of course, as requested by Brian Pater, I'm going to be reviewing the two Bad Meets Evil songs, or I'm going to talk about them a little bit at least. So the first one, Raw, I really like that song a lot. It's really cool, it's got good wordplay. Eminem kills it on his section. Royce da 5'9" is good, but Eminem really brought it home for this one. But on the flip side, and now we're moving on to the bad, the other song that they did, All I Think About, is not as good. Now, to be clear, I don't hate this song, but it's kind of just overly long, and it doesn't actually get good until about 3/4 of the way through, when they start to step up their delivery and kind of vocal presence, I guess. Otherwise, it's kind of just this weird, bouncy song that it definitely has its moments, but overall, it's not really that good. The only other negative thing that I can say about the record is that because it is kind of a collective effort, and that it has a bunch of different artists, and it's kind of just inspired by a movie, so it's not really kind of a concept album or anything. The album feels like just a kind of a collective of songs. And some of the songs weren't even made for the album. Like the Biggie Smalls song and the Weeknd song had already existed before the movie ever came out. They just added it on because I thought it added to the soundtrack. So I guess when you're listening to it, you can definitely tell because, while the songs could have an overlying theme, the record doesn't really come together as a whole. It's more just like to be enjoyed as separate songs. But some people don't care about that. They don't enjoy albums as a whole. They just like certain songs and listen to the same song over and over again. and not really care about the tone of the album, because the tone of this album is kind of weird. That's pretty much all I have to say about that. So in conclusion, the Southpaw Soundtrack is a good album. Eminem did a good job producing it, or whatever he did producing it. He did good on his songs. So yeah, it's a good album, nothing insane, but every song has something good about it. The whole album isn't good, but there are songs that are good. That was really confusing. Let me try again. So basically what I'm saying is that the whole album itself isn't memorable, but there are definitely memorable songs. And each song on the album, memorable or not, has some merit to it at least. Something good about it. So take what you will from that pile of words that came pouring out of my mouth, because I'm rolling off the top of the dome and I don't really even know what I'm saying anymore. Thank you for watching the review video. Thank you to the Retro Guy 45 and Brian Pater for leaving comment suggestions. I really appreciate that. Make sure to leave your suggestions down below as well, and maybe I'll review them too. Make sure to like and comment and subscribe. Junio signing out, and I'll see you guys whenever I feel like it. Well, I won't be seeing you at all. You'll be seeing me. All 10 of you that watch my videos. So later, losers.